Hey again, guys, it's Brian, and we're doing a little video for our friend Matthew over at Model Car Videos. We happen to notice that he is a big fan of IMC model kits, and we happen to have one here. We have one official one, and then we have one that's not really an official one anymore, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, this is the official one we got here. This kit came to us from probably the second owner of the kit, so I am the third owner of this guy here. These are the type of kits where we're like the steward of the kit. It comes to us, we hold on to it for a while. I'm seriously considering building this because it is just an awesome looking car. I love the box art too. That is a beautiful painting. But this is the Mecum Lola T70. We might notice the Lola T70 as something that lent itself to the GT40. I mean, there is that definite crossover there. This particular boxing is from 1966. This is the original box art, the original box, the original casting, everything. So that was kind of fun to come to us. But it has been started. The engine block has been glued together with a couple other little bits, and there are several pieces missing from trees, but we'll show you that in a second here. But first of all, this is just phenomenal. Let's just do a little close-up here. There we go. Yeah, so I mean, I can really see some GT40 lines in this very easily, right through here. But workable steering, opening doors, opening rear deck, Ford racing engine, low profile racing tires, driver figure, chrome suspension, mag wheels, and racing decals. Man, this kit has it all. Look at that there. That's even some other language. So, yeah, 1/25th scale. Oh man, it's just beautiful. Made in the United States and lithoed in the United States. And yeah, I did pay that much for it. That is what I consider to be a hefty sum for a kit, but it is a vintage kit. It's a classic. Mrs. BG introduced us to the guy that was selling this. We were at a show. She happened to bump into that guy. He was walking around holding this in his hands, and she's like, she confronted him. She's like, "That's a really cool looking kit. Where'd you get it?" He goes, "Actually, this is for sale." So she dragged him over to where I was talking to a couple of people, and she's like, "Give this man some money." So I did. But and then inside here, I always have a little note from Model Zona 2018. I like putting notes inside of my kits now because now I know, my memory is getting bad nowadays. But yeah, this is the 1966 issue. I looked that up on ScaleMates already. I think it's only been popped once more after this. Instruction sheet. Let's just pull back on that. There we go. Instruction sheet. It feels like newsprint almost. And it is, I'll tell you what, that is some delicate stuff right there, and it has everything listed in a couple different languages, German and French, I believe. But yeah, and then here's the breakdown of everything that's going on over here in the panels. So this was an international kit for sure. There's that. Here's our decal sheet, and that doesn't look so bad. Let's put it that way. Let's drill in a little bit. Zoop. There we go. That doesn't look so bad. Maybe a little while in the window would probably bring that back to life, but I can probably find aftermarket decals online that might give me less of a headache to deal with. So I love the fact that they have the IMC logo in there. That'd be so fun to build that and have IMC be the sponsor of the race car. So the tires, I like to separate the tires from the rest of the vehicle so that we don't get any transfer from this old vinyl. Could eat into the plastic real easily. And you'll notice we have 5 tires there, so we have a spare tire that actually has to be hidden in the car. Here's a little bag of parts that we were talking about that had fallen off the tree. Here's our engine and transaxle with a couple of chrome bits. I mean, that's not badly put together. Let's take a better look at that. It's a deep bag. Wow, that's deep. So, there we go. All right, yeah, so that's pretty cool looking. Detail is a little soft. A little soft. It's a narrow block. But Nah, that's fine. That's not bad looking at all. So that's kind of cool. Transparent red taillights. Cool. Looks like we've got half of one here. Maybe one broken there. Let's see here. Looks like this is probably a firewall with some fluid canisters attached to it already. Some gigantic riveting in there, along with some gigantic pins. And yes, a chunk of wood. I believe this actually comes with some sort of sawhorse or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of funny to be looking through this Lola kit and be like, hey, what's with the wood? Yeah, here's the rest of the sawhorse. Some sort of barricade. So that's kind of cool. And then we have body pans. This is the chin spoiler here. Or the chin pan or whatever you want. Chin pans. Can you see the chimpanzee? So there we go. And that's it's really nice looking sheen on there. It's pretty cool. Here's one of the doors. I'm not sure. I think this might be the right orientation, like this might be correct. But gigantic holes there must be for mirrors or the windshield surround, perhaps. I'm not sure, 100% sure on that yet. But we'll get to that. And look at the dinky little seat. Look at that little lawn chair. It's got two of those. And then it's got kind of a rudimentary looking steering wheel, like right out of a Model T. And this looks like it is part of the cowling, perhaps. Along the front there, maybe. So this would be the little bump for the driver's instrumentation pod. But look at that. It's got some delicate riveting going through there. More rivets to count there, guys. So there's that. And then let's see here. Transparent pieces. We're just going to leave these in the bag, but you can see how they have that laid out. And you see those giant lugs there? Those obviously go into the lugs in the top of that door piece we were just looking at. And then headlight lens covers. So this is, you know, pretty well detailed kit so far. Here's the rear deck, and that's just got some great lines to it. Man, that's cool. Yep, definitely got some GT40 going on there. So there's that, and then here's the pan. Everything builds up off of this. Nice and smooth. More riveted detail on the bottom there. I apologize, the camera is just freaking out with the gloss that's off of all this stuff here. And here's the interior. It's a low slug interior, right? And oh man, look at that. Here's the front piece. That's cool looking. And then this cover that actually fits down inside there to be part of the air venting system for the radiator that's up in front. And some bulkhead stuff here for the engine. What's this stuff here? This looks like inner fender stuff. Wheel backs. Some exhaust collectors. Oh, those are cool. Those are cool. And a battery. Let's see here. Engine mount. Radiator. Some suspension components. Some missing pieces. We're almost done with the blues. Oh, here's some exhaust pipes so we can build our own bag of snakes exhaust, it looks like. Yeah. More bits missing there. Now, at one time, I did go through the entire kit, sat down and went through every piece and found that everything is here. We even have the blanks in case you want to do like on the box art here where the headlights are blanked out. So you have your choice there. That's kind of cool. Let's see here. Yeah, so there's that. And then here is the chrome tree. Really cool looking wheels. I like those a lot. The chrome on them, not so great. Probably have to strip those and sand them a little bit. But I like the style of the wheel though. That's really cool. And then like they said, chrome suspension pieces. Yay! And then here's the headlight lenses and bezels. So yeah, the chrome on this isn't surviving very well. I don't know if it's because it's been handled by salty hands or if it's just the chroming process back then wasn't so great or whatever. But this will probably, if I ever get to building this, I'll probably have to strip a lot of that and get down to that. All right, cool. So that's the Lola kit. And let's pull back here. Very cool. And we're running about 10 minutes right now. So we're going to get onto the other kit they were talking about here in just a second. So the other kit started out as an IMC kit and then became a tester's kit, and it's part of those famous Ford series, and that is the Ford Mark IV. This one is the longer body, I guess, of the GT40. What's really funny is I actually have a Hot Wheel of the very car. Look at that. It's not bad looking. But yeah, I mean, I was pretty happy to find that Hot Wheel. But this is one of those things that Mrs. BG came across at a show, and I think it was NNL West out in California. And let's see here. Yeah, this guy wanted $30 for this one. So again, another vintage kit. It didn't bother me to spend that kind of money for it. But let's just show you. Whoa, that was close. Sorry about that. So let's just point out a couple things right off the bat here. Look at that decal on the box art. That's going to be a headache. There's something to watch out for. But yeah, you know, that's one of those, oh yeah, I got to get this done before they do the filming. But let's take this is a weird style box here. It's kind of like a tray, typical for testers, I think. Our instrucciones and then decals. Look at these. These are rough. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to get an aftermarket set of decals for this guy also. And these instructions these instructions very much feel like testers type of thing here. But they got some black and white photos of them sitting on the starting line. I think this car, I don't know if this was supposed to be the red car here, because I don't know how that's supposed to translate in black and white, but that might be the one that was in yellow. I don't remember. I don't know. If anybody happens to know, let me know down in the comments below. But there's some write-up about the actual vehicle here, the GT40s and their history. And then we go on to the actual assembly. And very, very different instructions from the Lola, but still very nicely done. And then let's take a quick look here. So here's our chassis pan. Now this is kind of interesting. This one actually has, let's drill in. It actually has some texture on there. Look at that. Rivets again. Rivet, 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 rivet. All that texture. That is cool. That's really cool. Here's our rear deck. That's got some nice lines to it. Zoom and frickin' whoosh. That's what that car says when it goes by. And here's the mid. Got the gurney bubble. I don't know why, but every time they do a GT40 kit, they got to put that gurney bubble on there. And I'm like, well, maybe I can just sand it off and remove it. Nope, you can't do that. So, okay. So this will have to be a car gurney ran. And then, man, that's a cool looking, I mean, I'm seeing some Ferrari Dino right through here. I think Ferrari might have gotten a little bit of inspiration from this car here. And then the very tail end of it, and this looks a lot like a Ferrari P330. Yeah, man. So there's that. Let's see here. So once again, another bag of stuff here. Let's just pop her open. Now I didn't bag these. This stuff was all bagged when I got it by the previous owner. And I did fail to look up when this issue was. I think it says 1976, so that's vintage, I guess, nowadays. I'm older than it is, but only by just. So a little bit of flash on the windshield, not a big deal. Got some side windows, or side lights as they call it. Rear window, and then okay, here's the actual cockpit rear window, and then here's the actual rear window that goes over the engine bay. But look at this here. Look at this piece of Tupperware right there. That covers that's probably what covers over the intake, so they can see through that. And then here's our headlight bezels. That looks pretty good. This one, only 4 tires for this kit. We're not going to be hiding a spare in this one. But nice. I apologize about the bag there, but that's got some delicate looking These are those weird sandwich bags that like tuck in and tuck over. Weird. All right. There we go. Woo, that's pretty. So, I don't know if we can upgrade these tires at all because these are pretty weak looking. They're squishy, but they're taking a set there. That's kind of weird. I'm definitely keeping these away from the rest of the plastic. And then our chrome pieces. Slide that out there. There we go. Chrome exhaust. That looks really cool. More chrome exhaust. More chrome exhaust. It's nothing but chrome exhaust. This whole tree is nothing but chrome exhaust. That's awesome. Man, that's going to be fun. Look at these wheels. Those are cool. A little bit of flash. And then you can see, you turn it to the side a little bit there, and you see how the chroming process is a little light here and there. Let's see. Engine supports. No, sorry, suspension pieces. A couple of small little radiators, valve covers, springs, coilover springs, brake discs. Man, that's got some cool stuff going on there. Oil pan, and a windshield wiper. One windshield wiper, please. So that's got some cool stuff going on there. And then here's just a pile of bits. Now, I remember having this stuff out on the table recently while I was going through this to make sure that it was all here. We got firewall stuff going on. Doesn't want to focus on that at all. There we go. A little bit of script on there. Oh, we got the serial number stamped on there. I wonder if the real car had a serial number stamped on that bulkhead also. That's fascinating. Oh, here's our spare tire. There it is. It's in better shape than the other ones. So I'm just going to go through some highlight stuff here. But look at this here. Look at the seats. Yeah. Engine pieces. The engine looks very similar to the other engine. I swear, that's the same engine block and everything from the other kit, from the Lola. And these are some chunky bits here that are the interior side pieces with holes cut out in them and everything for access panels, and to also lighten the car up a little bit. It has a light texture to it. And then we also have some transparent red pieces. These look like they've been painted red. I mean, my eye's not messing with me there, right? Yeah, it looks like it's been painted red. So, thanks whoever did that. Helped us out there. But yeah, it's kind of weird because there's two bulkheads for the engine bay. So I'm wondering how that's going to build up. But yeah, I remember going through all this stuff a few months ago and just kind of marveling at everything. And then here's the actual wheel backs. Those look pretty good. So yeah, just other than the sadness of the tires and the decals, this is going to be a beautiful kit. So there we go, guys. Thanks for tuning in and sticking around for this long. I appreciate that. And if you did stick around this long, go get yourself a cookie. I prefer a sugar Christmas cookie myself. And we'll talk to you a little bit later on. Bye now.